Defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Now Prescott on 4th down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Marr now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark it at the 1-yard line. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Got to be careful here. Dalton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Backed into the end zone on 3rd and long. Dalton. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Should have hurt that.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
That celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On second down, Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Yeah,
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to hurt that.
To get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now to the air. Dalton. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this down to the 33. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Play action now. Dalton. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. Kamara trying again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Here's Dalton to throw for it. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right. And
even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action here with Dome. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Nice. Right.
Prescott from the gun.
Routed.
That is caught by Lamb. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half.
You gotta know how to put your mans right there, bro.
Prescott looks to throw on
Routed.
first. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Final play of the half. Prescott.
There you go.
This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the second half with Kamara. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Dalton, 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right
They
now.
just
Not
switch
so
it up.
bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay?
It's true.
So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. And on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You just find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. They might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side.
Sure.
But not necessarily all the time.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
You gotta earn that pit, big dog.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Touchdown! Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now into 3rd. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Kamara up the middle.
Yeah.
Tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. Yeah. Leads to 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
No, sir.
And
Fucked
they
it
get
up.
him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Too excited with like.
Dalton off play action.
Oh yeah.
He's going to
I
sling
don't know why
this
you
deep
keep
downfield.
trying it with me, bro.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. following the interception. Here's Prescott. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Running wide side, Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That 2nd down play nets a -4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
Oh, shit. First pick.
And it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. On play action,
get back there,
Prescott.
my boy. Get back there, my boy. Oh, my God.
Picked off by Paulson to Debo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41.
We got to get that right
The
back,
Saints
bro.
offense on
Can't
the
do
field,
nothing
ready
with
to
it.
get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball
See
game.
how lucky that had to be.
Self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming
Had
days.
to be that lucky, bro.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit
Next
back
throw
and
a pick.
watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future.
Pick.
And mentally,
Tell you.
I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Dalton. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Again, it's Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 1-yard touchdown run from Alvin Kamara. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 47 yards. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Just all around a solid performance. And now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing here, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably so, not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is. I want to